incredible news about the Samsung Galaxy S21, with some new news about an inch display selfie camera on the way. So it's a new week which brings a fresh batch of Samsung Galaxy S21 leaks, including the full specs design and the pricing, as well as the leak on Samsung's new in-display selfie camera which looks incredible. Before get started though, its incredible designs were thought it would be appropriate to share now for those of you that may be holding off a little longer. Now it seems that this will be the time of the in-display selfie cameras and the new design. It shows an innovative way to achieve it. Let's Go Digital has shared a pattern that they discovered, and it shows just how this technology may be implemented in the display. It will have a camera behind it. The biggest challenges can be how the light can reach a sensor, and it seems Samsung may have solved this by using a sub-display. This can be a transparent area with a sub-display behind it. It will most likely be used to display something like the time, but it may be most with the software to look like a complete display. When the camera is required as sub-display is actually good move out of the way to reveal the camera behind it, meaning it can get or the light that it needs to take a high quality photo was not perfect, as many people don't like the idea of moving parts inside of the phone is a good implementation that I feel has a good chance of making it to the consumer market. As we've seen with some of the other prototypes that simply have a camera behind display, the image quality is affected by the lack of light. Next up, with the news of the USA reservations of the Samsung Galaxy S21 have opened for those that want the phone. We got a new leak from a reliable source when Future that details a lot of specs of the Samsung Galaxy S21 and the S21 Plus. They confirm many specs of both phones, and when Future has a very good track record, the leak reveals that both the S21 and the S21 Plus IP68 water resistant, which was always expected to state a 6.2-inch display on the S21, the 6.7 on the Plus. The display can be a dynamic AMOLED display, the full HD plus resolution of 1080 by 2400, and they will be at 120 as displayed. We get 1300 and its brightness and ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner and Gorilla Glass 7 to protect the phone, which is also known as Victor's. You may remember a couple of weeks ago. We also discussed the leak of the plastic back on the Galaxy S21, and it seems it was partly true. The S21 can be a reinforced polycarbonate back, but the S21 Plus is going to be glass. The S21 also has a 4000 mAh battery, with the S21 Plus has a 4800, and both phones can support 25 watts fast charging. The both can have the same camera setup, which can be a 12 megapixel main camera, can have optical image stabilization and aperture of f1.8. We get a 64 megapixel telephoto again with optical image stabilization, and finally a 12 megapixel ultra-wide. We finally have confirmations of the selfie camera is reportedly. It can be using a 10 megapixel sensor noise for the zoom. Apparently the S21 and the S21 Plus only can have a 3x hybrid zoom. They will be capable of 8K video at 30 frames a second, both phones reportedly. It coming with 8 gigs of RAM, can be a choice of 128 or 256 storage, but according to when Future then not getting microSD support, the S21 is expected to start around €850. This doesn't directly compare to the USA market as they tend to get lower prices. I would advise it for the S21 will likely to start from $850. So it's great to see some of the specs cleared up for those interested. We can run through the full specs and the estimated pricing for the whole range, including the Galaxy S21. You guys would have seen this bit, so just jump to the next video if you on your hand, then don't forget hit subscribe and really get right into it. The Galaxy S21 is the smallest in the range and of course the entry-level model. It comes with a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display, but this time around it's reportedly can be a full HD plus display instead of Core HD, and it will have an in-display fingerprint scanner. 120Hz is expected of this, can be an LTPS panel and not adaptive. We get a triple camera setup consisting of a 12 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixels ultra bright, and a 64 megapixel telephoto camera. Is powered by the 5nm Snapdragon 888 in North America, the Exodus 2100 globally, and it will be 5G compatible. We're expecting similar RAM and storage configurations to the predecessor, so roughly 8 gigs of RAM with 128 storage, and expect microSD support. Is powered by a 4000 mAh battery with 25 with fast charging support. Unfortunately, the standard Galaxy S21 is not can have Aspen support. Is coming with 5G Bluetooth 5.1 Wi-Fi 6, and the color choices can be Phantom Violet, Phantom Pink, Phantom Gray, and Phantom White. It will of course ship with One UI 3.1, based on 111, and a new report stating we can expect to see the Galaxy S21 start from $850. Next up with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. This is the middle of the range. It comes with a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display with an expected Full HD Plus resolution instead of Core HD, and of course, it comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner. 120Hz is expected, but it can be an LTPS panel, and it's not can be adaptive. We get a triple camera setup consisting of a 12-megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixels ultra bright, and 64 megapixel telephoto. Is powered by the 5nm Snapdragon 888 in North America, the S2100 globally, and it will be 5G compatible. We're expecting similar RAM and storage configurations to the predecessor. So again, 8 gigs of RAM with 128 storage, and expect microSD support. Is powered by a 4800 mAh battery with 25W fast child support. Unfortunately, the Galaxy S21 Plus reportedly not support the Aspen either. It comes with 5G Bluetooth 5.1 and Wi-Fi 6, and the color choices can be Phantom Silver, Phantom Black, Phantom Gray or Phantom Violet, and it will of course ship with One UI 3.1 based on Android 11. According to the latest least, we can expect the Galaxy S21 Plus to start from $1,050, but personally, I think this is a little bit optimistic. Finally, the most premium model in the range, and that's a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. The Galaxy S21 Ultras is coming with a 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440 by 3200. This gives us 511 pixels per inch, and it will, of course, have the in-display fingerprint scanner as a 120Hz adaptive LTPO display, meaning we can use 120Hz at the 4-core HD Plus resolution in the display. It will adapt its refresh rate from 1 to 120Hz. To help with the power efficiency, we get a quad camera setup consisting of 108 megapixels HM3 as the main sensor. We also get a 12 megapixel ultra bright and 210 megapixel cameras for 3 times and 10 times the optical zoom. Is powered by the 5nm Snapdragon 888 in North America, in the S2100 globally, and it will of course be 5G compatible. We're expecting similar RAM and storage configurations, the predecessor, so 12 gigs of RAM with 128 gig storage, and expect microSD support. Is powered by a 5000 mAh battery with rumors of a 65W fast charge. The best news is the Galaxy S21 Ultra is finally can support the Aspen, with what will be sold separately, is coming with 5G Bluetooth 5.1 Wi-Fi 6, and the color choices, it can be Phantom Black or Phantom Silver. It will, of course, should with One UI 3.1, based on 111. The latest price leak reports that the Galaxy S21 Ultra will start from $1,250. So overall, the Samsung Galaxy S21 range is looking incredible. What has got minor refinements over the predecessor, they are still huge improvements that make for an incredible overall user experience. Of course, as more information comes in, I'll be sharing it with you guys straight away, but as always, I'd like to know your thoughts and comments about who out there is waiting for the Galaxy S21 and what you think of this new in-display selfie camera design. Please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video.